Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a New England Patriots draft review, getting one out for every team as the summer goes on. So if you're not a Patriots fan and you want to see a team that's alphabetically before them, it's already out. If they're alphabetically after, it's coming soon. But make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy, and check out all my other content as well. But now, without any further ado, let's get into it. So here on the ESPN engine, you can see the Patriots' needs going into the draft for corner, guard, inside linebacker, outside linebacker, and receiver, and they filled 3 out of the 5. And I think they did a pretty good job. So obviously with their first pick, a pretty controversial one, some called it strange, and that's Cole Strange out of Chattanooga, a guy who they had higher on their board than it looked like anyone else, a super athletic guard. I think he was like the 7th most athletic guard since like 1985 in RAS. So I mean, this guy is a special athlete, but he played at a small school, so that definitely hurt his stock a little bit. And after they traded down when the Chiefs went up for McDuffie, they got Cole Strange at 29, which I bet they were super happy with because they probably were going to pick him at 22, I think it was, or 21 anyways. And I like Strange a lot. Maybe it was a little bit high, but it's the Patriots. And if you get a starting guard at pick 29, then that's good value, and we'll see how that pans out. Then at pick 18 in the second round, they got Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. Big, fast, speed freak who is going to fit a role that they really don't have in their offense right now. And they're hoping they can develop him into being their X. Higher than I would have taken him. I think they took him before like Skyy Moore and George Pickens, who I had super high, and I didn't have Thornton as high, but I think he's still a good player. And I think with Bill Belichick, again, he's going to do what he wants with them and should be exciting. Same thing with Marcus Jones in the third round. He's just an electric playmaker. Small, as you can tell, 5'8", 174, but he can do a lot of things in coverage, but also he's a great returner who is just capable of some really electric things. And I think he's going to be another guy who they can use just as a gadget guy and do a lot of different things with him. I think he's so versatile both on special teams and on defense. And maybe you give him a snap or two, at running back. Like, there's a lot of things you could do with him, and I think he's fun, and he's going to be a good corner for them as well. Then there's Jack Jones out of Arizona State. In the fourth round, another corner, more of a prototypical outside corner, but a guy who was a little bit underrated, I think, but went pretty high. The Patriots valued him high, and I think he should be a good guy to add to their room. And the Patriots are notoriously good for getting value at corner. I mean, think about J.C. Jackson, Jonathan Jones, and all kinds of guys through the years. So I think pretty high chance he succeeds in New England. Then in the fourth round, a few picks later, they got Pierre Strong Jr. out of South Dakota State, a guy I like a lot, just really fun to watch. I was going to try to do a film breakdown on him, but couldn't get access to any tape, and that's just unfortunate, but he's a really good player, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun for them. Just another guy to add to their room with Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, and then now him, and they probably have another guy I'm forgetting about, so I like that pick. Then they got Bailey Zappi, I believe it is said, out of Western Kentucky, just to be their backup. Not too much to say about him. He had the huge FBS record, 62 passing touchdowns, about 6,000 yards last year. And as a backup to Mac Jones, and he kind of looks like him. Look at that. Look in the face. He definitely looks like Mac Jones. That's weird. But good backup. Backup quarterbacks are important. Then with their last few picks, not too much to say for me. Kevin Harris, running back out of South Carolina in the 6th. Sam Roberts, defensive tackle out of Northwest Missouri State in the 6th as well. A guy I've not heard of, but that's a small school. And then 2 guards in the last 2 rounds. Chasen Hines out of LSU and Andrew Stuber out of Michigan. And that's really all I've got to say. Those last few picks, just depth guys I didn't really scout too hard because, they're Patriots late round picks. They're going to be the most obscure guys in the world most of the time. But I like this draft from the Patriots. I think all of these top guys in the first 2 rounds are going to come and contribute. Cole Strange probably going to start. Thornton's going to get a lot of snaps. Jones is at least going to be a rotational corner and a good special teamer. Jack Jones, maybe a little developmental, but should get good snaps in the near future. Pierre Strong going to get snaps at the committee, and then Bailey Zappi, just a really good backup quarterback. If Jones goes down, they like this guy, and I think he's going to be good for him. So Patriots fans, let me know what you think of the draft. I like it a good amount, not crazy, but a lot of good value and just a lot of depth they're adding, just kind of replenishing that roster. They've been on a bit of a downward trend, and we're going to see if they can bounce back, after, obviously, Tom Brady left. So, again, let me know what you think of the video. Make sure to stay tuned for a lot of other breakdowns. I don't know if I have any Patriots ones on the way, but I have a ton of film rooms. If you're interested in a lot of prospects, they're out. A lot more are on the way as well. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.